Rico Tice here from All Souls. What are the motivations for evangelism? Well, here are three from 2 Corinthians chapter 5. First, verse 10. We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Everyone in London, everyone we know, will be asked two questions at the end of their lives. The risen Christ will ask them, did you know me? And did you have your sin forgiven? And that gives this urgency. We'll stand before God at judgment. What will we say? And what will those we know say? Secondly, it's not just that motivates us, the judgment of Christ. It's also the love of Christ. I love 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 14. For Christ's love compels us, because we're convinced that one died for all, and therefore all died. And he died for all, that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for him who died for them and was raised again. What are we compelled by? The love of Christ. It's as though we've died to ourselves, and as we ask people, we know that we don't live for our approval, but from Christ's approval. He died for us. It enables us to be self-forgetful, to cross the pain line and ask people where they stand spiritually. I mean, in this climate, what are you thinking spiritually? But we can only do that if our identity is secure in the love of Christ, and it is secure because Christ died for us. And then thirdly, verse 20, we're therefore Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making his appeal through us. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. Christ is not here. He's at the right hand of his Father. Wonderfully, he's here by his Spirit. But he says to us, you're my representatives. You're my ambassadors. I'm relying on you to represent me. What an honor, what a privilege to represent him. He's so wonderful. But will we do that? So let's follow up Easter now. Let's be reminded of the judgment of Christ, the love of Christ, and the commission of Christ. Let's hold them in mind from 2 Corinthians chapter 5.